this meeting. Thank you so much for James' fascinating talk. That actually also somehow bring me to the past, my memory, because, for example, this image actually I remember that I displayed in the traveling exhibition of Inside Out from New York to San Francisco. I still remember that this long scroll and Wu Shanduan sent from actually from somewhere in North Europe to New York. We displayed in the exhibition. I think the memory also from my personal life, I think the memory, I still remember that one day during the Cultural Revolution, when I got back from school and got home on the street, I saw the Dazabao, and on the street with my father's name, is counter-revolutionary. And my father was also arrested and put on the labor canvas. And even when I left Tianjin, my hometown, for Inner Mongolia, I was sent to there to be re-educated students. So I tried to see my father in the canvas, labor canvas. I rode bicycle to there for several hours because that is on the suburb, not in the city. But they refuse. They don't want me to look at my father. That's all kind of sad story. I think when the Chinese every time when they look at the photos you just show, it's always just make us to recall that tragedy, and also that's kind of very sad this period. Anyway, but from the level, from the degree of art history, I think James also bring a very interesting argument about this, how to make this connection between 1980s, because I was very deeply involved in this 85 movement, and all these artists James discussed, Wu Shanduan, Xu Bin, Gu Wenda, and the others, all the very active artists during that period. But nowadays, I think most people in China, they agree that 1980s is sort of the beginning, that set up the foundation for contemporary art in Chinese art history. But James, today's talk, tried to bring us back to the 1960s. I think that is very much make a lot of sense in this, because not only I think just memory, but also regarding some of the concept or term such as revolution or avant-garde, I think that also definitely there is certain kind of relation between these two different periods. I think that will be the more kind of scholarly research, so we need to develop in the future. And so also that perhaps also relate to the question about how to define the Chinese contemporary art. What does contemporary art mean? Not only in the inner logic in China's history, but also in terms of this global, international context. And I think James' term, Red Scar children, right, is very interesting. I don't think that whether I'm the Red Scar children or not, but I think very interesting title. Anyway, come down to this question, this event today. I actually didn't look the actual exhibition until today, until I walked in from the lunch today. I was really surprised, really surprised. They arranged so well, so well. I didn't do anything. I just provide some of the material and also photos and give some ideas. Maybe you just divide, certain section. But I didn't expect that the design of the exhibition is so well, and also I thought that maybe they put on the table in the platform is perhaps one over the others, maybe very difficult for us to read the original text. But actually, they put this in a vertical layer by layer, and still we are able to read the text behind. That's really a really good job. So I really should thank the working group, and the University Library system, their support from the senior administration staff and the Eastern Asian Library and the ULS website service. It is this group of people who make these events happen. And I should also thank Provost Office support to this exhibition as one event of Year of the Humanities at Peace. It's really my honor. I also should thank support from the Department of History of Art and Architecture. Barbara, it's a very nice talk. Thank you so much for your support. And finally, also Asian Study Center, and also thanks Jim, your nice talk and your support always. And of course, special thanks to James, such busy time, moving from Washington to New York, and also working on also a very important exhibition, which will take place in September in the National Art Gallery. The exhibition seems small. It's only part of the events of the 1989 Avant-Garde Exhibition, and displayed also only in this limited the space in the entrance space. But I feel very warm because of your support, your encouragement, your enthusiastic in these materials. So I feel that that's very honor and very warm. And also, I think that those material we only displayed now is only very, very small part from my archive. One day, maybe we can have another chance, or in university gallery or other space, to display more continually. I collect those material. Actually, it's not just deliberately to focus on the collection itself. All the collection, the material, the primary material actually come from or produced by my project. I have worked since 1980s, such as the China Avant-Garde Exhibition, or Inside Out, The Wall, or later also some of the exhibition I work in Beijing or Peace. So I continued every time when I work on the project exhibition or writing on the book. So I always encourage the artist to send the material to me. Actually, even I left China to the United States, the artists still continue to send the material, photos, their writing letters, and slides and videos, sent to me. So that without the artists, I was not able to collect that much material. I just give you a number about the archive. It's a rough number. In my archive, perhaps there's over 8,000 slides. If the number is 8,716, that actually some of the assistants, they help to number these slides, photos and transparency. And the CDs, there's over about 2,718. And also over 700 letters in handwriting. So today, nobody write letter handwriting. They only send email. But all these letters actually come from 80s and also perhaps before middle 1990s. So I still keep those. And over 5,000 pages of some artists' notes, draft or manifestos in handwriting. And there are also posters and invitations. There's many of this. And also over 2,000 copies of contemporary journals and the magazines published in China since 1980s. And also there's a catalog of artists, either a solo show or a group show or nationwide or international exhibitions I collect. There's about 2,000 those kind of catalogs. So I think that very useful not only for my own research, but also for the public and scholarly research. I hope that we continue to work on this project, collaborate with the department, school, and also library, and to find out a way how to bring those kind of material into public use, either digitalized or published or either in hard copy or a website. So I hope that we will get this success. I believe that with your support and everybody's support, interest. Thank you so much. Yes.
Well, thank you again to all the speakers. Wonderful. And I will be talking to you about your collection. Don't worry, my heart, be still. And we have some refreshments. We have in a few more minutes for some casual conversation and follow-up. Thank you.